I wanted to be a nurse, but now a prostitute. I craved to be a nurse. I desired to be a nurse. It was all I dreamed of. Most times, life plays a dubious prank on us, leaving us with the only thing that we would ordinarily have not considered to be our only option. So don't you dare sit down wherever you are on your judgment seat and judge me. Don't you sit there and condemn me. Don't you sit there and point fingers at me. Before you even think of pointing those fingers at me, point them at yourself first. Ask yourself, had you been left with the only option I was left with, what would you have done? Perhaps if you had come to me to ask me, how are you doing, you would just understand whatever it is that I'm feeling. I'm a prostitute, yes. I wanted to give myself grace or justify the fact that I'm a prostitute, but that was the only option I was left with. Reminiscing about the past. Just like I was dreaming and Mo was gone. But she was gone, dead and gone. Slept and never woke up. Leaving me with two siblings. One barely 4 and the other barely 8. Dad has gone AWOL. He never cared. He's gone, living about his life. And I was here, now a mother of 2. At 12, I was barely 12. I was left with 2 to cater for. My parents never lived in opulence. We barely fed. At this point, all I could care about was my children, because they were now my children. I was now a mother. They were the only concern that I had, not even me. My parents were there receiving chocolates, going from one pack to the other, having fun with the parents, but I was here, a mother at 12. They were sleeping at night, being put to bed by the parents, but I was here putting others to bed as a parent. So you dare not sit there and point fingers at me. Instead, come to me, ask me, why am I a prostitute? What were the options left for me, or why did I pick to be a prostitute? That is the just thing to do. I had gone out to beg, of course. What exactly would I have done? Beg for alms so my children, my siblings could feed. But the uncles, the brothers, instead of giving me, they rather sleep with me. And in desperation to feed my children, I had no option but to succumb. And I started having clients at 12. Clients. And I became a prostitute, of course. At 12, having clients lined up. Not that they will give me anything reasonable, stipend. But I needed it just to feed my siblings. Like I said, I'm not giving myself grace. I'm not justifying the fact that I'm a prostitute. I had wanted to be a nurse. If I'd had anyone who cared enough to ask me, how are you? How are you doing? What do you want? Take this, eat. Perhaps I would have considered that. But nobody cares, And then you sit there and you judge me. You sit there, you point fingers at me. You sit there and you condemn me. Without clients, without me going out, sleeping with these people, there was no food and nobody cared to ask. I've been eating today, even to the littlest of them. And just in the midst of these, I took ill. And I couldn't go out anymore to meet clients. A week had gone by and there was nothing to eat anymore. receiving became hungry. My little one, she squeals, and the thrill of her voice gets into my heart, and it broke my heart into pieces over and over again. And I just wish I could stand up from that place, go get myself some clients and feed these ones. Yet nobody asks, baby, have you eaten? I was just lying there, hopeless and helpless. And my children were here starving. I just wish I could stand up and go get perhaps 2 clients to feast on me, just so I could have something on the table for these ones to eat. I just, when the illness, its illness only deteriorated. And they kept crying. Kept crying because they are starving, and my heart was breaking over and over again. My brother just gone out of starvation. He stole a loaf of bread. My brother was caught. He was beaten up. He was killed over a loaf of bread. An 8-year-old boy. Nobody cared to ask, why are you stealing bread? Have you eaten? Are you hungry? Perhaps buy him the bread. Like, pay for the bread if you have so much to offer. You can just pay for this bread and let this child go. But no, he was beating up and he was killed over a loaf of bread. And I just blame myself. I just blame myself. If I not left there sick, this wouldn't have happened. If I had just gone out, allowed those beasts to feed on me, perhaps I would have had something to offer to them. They would have eaten, and he would have just have been saved. He would have gone to steal and gotten himself killed. But it's all my fault. It's all my fault. I was sick. And I'm left with my 4-year-old. And so, I will not leave this one. I will not leave this particular one starving anymore. Prostitution is the only option I have. And I would do it. I would feed her. I will cut her for her. It's not about me anymore. I wanted to be a nurse, but that dream is dead now. Perhaps someone should come to me and ask me, what do you want to be? Why are you a prostitute? I would just explain this, and if you have the heart that you are claiming to have, you would just help me. But of course, no one dares ask. No one cares. All they do is sit, castigate you, sit, judge you, sit, point fingers at you. Before you dare again, try pointing fingers at me, point fingers at yourself. If I had come to you for help, would you have helped me? When you saw me on the street, prostitute, did you call me to ask me, why are you prostitute at this age? I would have come to this. And this is who I am now. All grown up. Still a prostitute. And I'm doing this not for myself. I need to see my baby through school. And this is the only option I was left with. And this is what I'm doing. So stop judging me. Stop. before you see anyone on the street that you think you can condemn, call that person. If you do care, ask the person, why are you doing such thing, before you condemn. And you know what? I still believe that God loves me. He loves me. You would ask, why is a prostitute calling God? I'm calling God because He came for me. That I'm a prostitute does not mean I'm less loved. So you cannot sit there and judge me when my Creator still loves me. Think about yourself. Point fingers at yourself. Stop pointing fingers at me. If you care enough, help. Do not condemn.